What if I told you, you were never not smart? You were simply measured the wrong way. Think back to the quiet tension of the exam hall, the scent of paper and pencil lead, the relentless ticking of the clock, the weight of a single letter grade that promised to define your potential. For so many of us, that environment became the ultimate judge of our worth. A score on a page, a percentage point, a rank in a class. We were taught that intelligence was a fixed, measurable quantity, like height or weight. You either had it or you didn't. And if your mind didn't dance to the rhythm of algebra or the cadence of historical dates, you were led to believe you were falling behind. Consider the story of a young woman who could never quite master the formulas in her physics class. Her report cards were a constant source of disappointment, her test scores suggesting a mind that was, at best, average. Yet, outside the classroom, she was a force of nature. She could walk into a chaotic room full of arguing colleagues and, with a few carefully chosen words, find the common ground, build consensus, and transform conflict into collaboration. She could read the subtle cues in a person's posture, the flicker of doubt in their eyes, the unspoken needs behind their words. Her genius wasn't in calculating projectile motion. It was in understanding the intricate mechanics of the human heart. But the system had no test for that. No grade for empathy. No score for leadership. What if school convinced you that you weren't intelligent, when in truth, your genius spoke a language the system never learned to hear? This isn't just a hypothetical. It's the lived experience of countless people, the brilliant mechanic who struggled with essays, the visionary artist who couldn't pass calculus, the natural-born leader who was labeled a distraction in class. Our educational model, largely a relic of the industrial age, was designed to create uniformity. It was built to reward a specific type of thinking, one that is logical, linear, and easily quantifiable. It's like we've been trying to measure the vast, dynamic, and colorful expanse of the human mind with a simple monochrome ruler. We've been judging fish by their ability to climb trees, and in doing so, we've convinced both the fish and the world that they are failures. But what if we've been using the wrong tools all along? What if the map we were given is tragically incomplete? Here's the paradox. Modern IQ tests only measure a tiny fraction of what the mind can do. We live in a world that celebrates innovation, emotional connection, and creative problem-solving, yet we still cling to an archaic definition of brilliance. But in the 1980s, a new idea began to ripple through the halls of psychology, challenging this entire paradigm. Harvard psychologist Howard Gardner, after studying a vast range of people, from child prodigies to stroke victims who had lost specific abilities, revealed something revolutionary. He proposed that our culture had made a colossal error. Intelligence, he argued, isn't a single monolithic entity that can be captured with one number. It's not a single light bulb, but a dazzling chandelier of different capacities. Intelligence isn't a single number, it's a spectrum. A rich, diverse, and beautiful spectrum of distinct intelligences, each with its own unique power and potential. This theory didn't just add a few new categories. It fundamentally redefined what it means to be smart. It gave us a new language to understand ourselves and others, a framework to finally see the genius that was hiding in plain sight all along. In 1983, developmental psychologist Howard Gardner proposed a revolutionary idea that shattered our traditional understanding of intellect. In his groundbreaking work, Frames of Mind, The Theory of Multiple Intelligences, Gardner identified 9 distinct types of intelligence. For decades, we had been captive to a single, narrow metric, the IQ score. This monolithic measure suggested that intelligence was a fixed, singular entity you either had or you didn't. Gardner's theory was a liberation. It argued that a low score on a standardized test didn't mean a lack of intelligence. It simply meant your specific genius might lie elsewhere, unrecognized by the system. But human potential has evolved. The world of the 21st century is vastly more complex, interconnected, and technologically advanced than the one Gardner first observed. Our understanding of the human mind, consciousness, and the skills required to navigate modern life has deepened profoundly, and so the framework has expanded. Today, we can recognize 12 distinct kinds of brilliance. This updated model includes Gardner's original categories while embracing new domains that have become critical in our era. Each one is a unique lens for perceiving the world, a powerful toolkit for solving problems, and a pathway to making a unique contribution. Each is powerful enough to change the world. Consider the icons we celebrate. Einstein failed traditional classes that didn't speak his language of cosmic logic. Maya Angelou, a titan of the spoken and written word, once fell silent for years, retreating into her inner world. Steve Jobs, the visionary who put the universe in our pockets, dropped out of college. They weren't less intelligent. They were differently intelligent. This is the core of our journey. Being differently intelligent means your mind is wired to excel in ways that standard metrics can't measure. It's about recognizing that your unique cognitive strengths are not a deficit in one area, but a superpower in another, waiting to be discovered and unleashed. Words are invisible, yet they build nations and spark revolutions. Those with linguistic intelligence are storytellers, thinkers who turn emotion into language. Shakespeare reshaped English. Maya Angelou transformed pain into poetry. If words move you, writing may be your form of genius. Some people don't see chaos, they see patterns. Logic feels like home. Einstein reimagined time and space. Curie unlocked the atom's secrets. If puzzles calm you, your mind is wired for reason. Spatial thinkers imagine before they build. They can close their eyes and see what doesn't exist yet. Da Vinci dreamed of inventions centuries ahead. If you visualize ideas clearly, your genius lives in images. Music is invisible but powerful. Those with musical intelligence don't just hear sound, they feel it. Mozart composed at 5. Beyoncé moves millions through rhythm. If melodies stay in your head, your mind speaks in sound. Not all thinkers sit still. Some think through movement. Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Martha Graham. Their bodies became their art. If you learn by doing, your intelligence lives in motion. Some people can read hearts like books. They sense emotion, tension, and truth. Oprah inspires through empathy. Mandela united a divided nation. If people trust you easily, your brilliance lies in connection. Some of the wisest people look inward. They know who they are and why they act. Carl Jung explored the mind. Frida Kahlo painted her soul. If solitude gives you peace, self-awareness is your superpower. Some minds speak nature's language. They sense life in every detail. The wind, the soil, the stars. Darwin, Goodall, Irwin. They all listened closely to the earth. If nature restores you, your intelligence is rooted in life itself. Some minds can't help but ask, why are we here? Existential thinkers explore meaning, purpose, and truth. Viktor Frankl found purpose in suffering. The Dalai Lama finds peace in paradox. If you wonder about life's biggest questions, you are a seeker of truth. Some minds don't follow rules, they reinvent them. Creative intelligence is the spark that connects ideas no one else would. From Picasso to Elon Musk, creativity builds the future. If your ideas feel endless, creation is your calling. In a world obsessed with IQ, EQ is the quiet superpower. It's empathy, compassion, emotional strength. Those who feel deeply can lead deeply. If you turn conflict into peace, your heart is your mind's compass. The modern world runs on code. Some minds just get technology, not just how it works, but how it feels. If you adapt fast to tech or think in systems and data, your genius speaks the language of the future. We've journeyed through the vast landscape of human potential, exploring 12 distinct avenues of brilliance. But as we arrive at the end of this exploration, it's time to embrace the single most important truth, the one that society so often encourages us to forget. Here's the truth most people miss. You are not one kind of intelligence. You were never meant to be confined to a single box, a single label, or a single score on a standardized test. You are a mosaic, a symphony of many intelligences, playing in a harmony that is uniquely yours. Maybe you're a logical artist, seeing the mathematical beauty in a brushstroke and the geometric perfection in a sculpture. Perhaps you're a musical philosopher, hearing the rhythm of the universe in a complex ethical dilemma. Or a digital dreamer, using code and data not just to build systems, but to tell stories that move the human heart. Think of the possibilities we've uncovered. You could be the kinesthetic entrepreneur, whose physical intuition for a product's design is their greatest asset. Or the interpersonal naturalist, who unites communities to protect and restore the environment. You might be the emotionally intelligent linguist, a speechwriter who doesn't just craft words, but channels the collective feeling of a nation. Or the spatially aware programmer, building virtual worlds that feel more real than reality itself. These combinations are not exceptions, they are the rule. They are the very essence of human ingenuity. The world doesn't need more people who fit a mold. It needs the creative mathematician, the existential doctor, the intrapersonal leader. It needs you. So the goal was never to fit into a test score. That's a snapshot of a single skill on a single day. The real goal, the true adventure, is to discover your unique way of being intelligent. To become an archaeologist of your own soul, digging for the artifacts of your innate talents. Here is your call to action, your first step on this new path. Map your intelligence profile. Take a quiet moment after this. Reflect on the 12 intelligences we've discussed. Which 3 resonate most deeply within you? Which ones describe the activities where you feel most alive, most capable, most yourself? Is it the quiet focus of intrapersonal reflection? The dynamic energy of bodily kinesthetic expression? The profound connection of the naturalist? Write them down. Say them aloud. This isn't about creating a new label. It's about forging a compass. This personal map of your top intelligences will guide you. It will help you understand why you thrive in certain environments and struggle in others. It will empower you to choose careers, hobbies, and relationships that don't just pay the bills, but feed your spirit. It will give you the clarity to double down on your strengths and the courage to navigate your weaknesses with grace. Once you have this map, you can begin to consciously and deliberately use it to light up the world. Because real intelligence isn't about how much you know. It's not a library of facts stored in your brain. It's about how deeply you understand who you are and how bravely you bring that understanding to life. It's the courage to combine your gifts in ways no one has before, to solve problems only you are equipped to see.